funky.
Hey, it's Kate and welcome back to Katieverse. In today's video I'm going to be trying Rainbow Plant Life's vegan mushroom risotto. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get into the video. We're going to start by adding 4 tablespoons of vegan butter. To this we're going to add half a tablespoon of marmite. The recipe actually used 2 tablespoons of white miso paste, but I didn't have that, so for this umami, savoury, salty flavour I added a few things. Along with the marmite I added a half tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. And 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. And we're going to mix this all together till it looks like this. And now I've put some shiitake mushrooms in. So I put 3 dried shiitake mushrooms. And I use these because I didn't have mixed mushrooms for the recipe, so I thought this would add a different mushroomy taste. So I just rehydrated them with some hot water and left them aside while I prepared the rest of the mushrooms. So I'm using 570 grams of white button mushrooms, and I'm just chopping these all up. We're going to add these chopped mushrooms to a pan. Add a dash of oil and put these on the heat. And let these cook while we chop 6 cloves of garlic. The dried mushrooms from earlier that I've rehydrated now, and a handful of parsley. Now we're going to mix the mushrooms. This should take about 8 to 9 minutes for them to look like this. And then we're going to add half the garlic and mix this around. So we're going to let this cook for 2 to 4 minutes with the garlic in there. And then we're going to add the parsley, the dried mushrooms and the butter mixture, and let this cook for a further 2 minutes. And then when it looks like this, it is ready. Now it's time to move on to the actual risotto part. So we're just going to peel the leek and chop it. And we're going to add this to a bowl of water to get some of the dirt off. You're going to stir this around, and then we're going to strain this. And then we're going to heat 6 to 8 cups of veggie broth. So I just did 6 to 8 cups of water with 1 stock cube. And then we're going to put the leeks on the heat with the remaining garlic. We're going to add 2 cups of the arborio rice, and we're going to let toast for 60 to 90 seconds. Then we're going to add the first cup of veggie broth. 1 tablespoon of dried herbs, 1 teaspoon cumin, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, and 1 tablespoon soy sauce. Then we're going to mix this around. Then we're going to add 1 cup of veggie broth and mix this around. So basically we are gradually adding vegetable broth when the mixture dries out. We don't want to leave it to be too dry, and we want to be stirring it every 30 or so seconds. Not constantly, but pretty consistently. This is going quite fast because there was a lot of footage to go through and it got quite boring. So I'm just cutting through that. But basically you just add the veggie broth. When it dries out, keep stirring every 30 seconds. And now we're going to add the mushroom mix into this, and 1 cup of peas, and mix this around. I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. The recipe used vegan cheese, but this is what I had. Now it's time for the taste test of the risotto. That's really, really good. There's a lot of flavour coming from the mushrooms, a lot of like umami, also coming from the marmite balsamic soy sauce mix that I used instead of the miso because I didn't have any. And yeah, it's really, really good. Nice flavour, rice well cooked. Really, really yummy. You should definitely give it a go. I 100% recommend, and all my family loved it too. So, bye and see you in the next one.